Hey everybody, welcome back. Thank you for watching another video. This is not Batman, even though you're looking at a sign that says Arkham Asylum. This is Call of Cthulhu, Dark Corners of the Earth. This is, of course, it's an Xbox game, original Xbox title. It was based on the writings of H.P. Lovecraft, who created Cthulhu and At the Mountains of Madness and all of that dark, twisted stuff. He's a really talented writer, though. Pretty much, the first American horror author. And that's your character right there. Although he's a little worse for wear at the moment. Now, I've played through quite a bit of this game, but I'm starting a game here at the beginning just so you guys can kind of see what's going on. Now, I haven't figured out if what you're seeing here actually is going to happen, or if it's just part of your character's crazy visions. But according to the story, your character did spend some time in an insane asylum, and this guy with no hair is gonna come try to keep you from dying, apparently. But you're a private investigator named Jack, and you kind of get caught up in the whole, Cthulhu cult stuff like that. It basically boils down to a lot of crazy cultists are trying to kill you. And I haven't finished the game yet, so I'm not sure, how all of that plays out. But a lot of the game is, it's not a big fighting game, and there's not a lot of gunplay. I'm probably, I don't know, 5 hours into it, maybe, and the only time I had a weapon was at the very beginning, which you're about to see here, the prologue. After that, they kind of take your gun away from you. And so this is 6.5 years ago, as you can see on the screen. 6.5 years before your little stint there in the insane asylum. And this is actually it's a really good game, despite the fact that it is well, depending on when you're listening to this, a last generation game, an original Xbox title. But it's kind of hard to find now because I don't think it sold really well, but it's a very good game. It's well done. And even though, you can look at it and you can tell this is not current gen, especially for an older title, it looks good. It's got a good graphical style. But that's you in the sweet detective hat. That's your character. And you're about to go into this house that holds these weirdo cult members. There's been some crazy stuff going on. It's been a while since I played this prologue part, so hopefully I remember what I'm supposed to be doing. But it's got a I don't know if any of you have ever played what was it? Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem for the GameCube. But it operates kind of like a system like that. It's like a sanity system is what it is. I'm sorry, I was fishing for the word there. And as you can see, there's no HUD, there's no ammo detection, there's no health detection. It's a completely clean screen, which is very cool. Okay, I guess he's pointing me that way.
Evening, Jack. Glad you could join the freak show.
Evening.
Henry? I don't like this one bit, Jack. Check the alley on the
Now, I don't know if any of you guys are, I don't know how familiar any of you are with the writings of H.P. Lovecraft. I have just about everything he's written. I bought a book with it's called the Complete Collection, but I think there's uh-oh, here we go. I think that it's, there's probably, a story or two left out of it, but it's pretty comprehensive. And I enjoy his writing. He's a little dark, a little twisted, but he's a good writer. And anyway, all that to say, this game does a really good job of capturing, I don't know, the essence of how he wrote, I guess. I know there's been a couple of games based on his writings. This one, from what I can tell, did the best job of relaying those stories, because he had a pretty distinctive style with the whole Cthulhu, you know, kind of thing like that. And I don't really remember where I'm supposed to be going. I know I'm supposed to be searching this house, but this is where the cultists live. And here's some paintings. There he is. There's the man of the hour, Cthulhu. There we go. And this is what you'll do in a lot of this game. You'll find things like this handwritten note. It plays a lot on the whole "you are a detective" thing, in that you have to find, evidence. You have to talk to people. You have to try to piece together what's going on, and it's not a huge action game. Like I said, this prologue was the only time I used a gun, and I'm still, playing through the game 5 or 6 hours into it, and I haven't gotten a gun again. So, hey, I picked up my first journal item. Sweet. But that is the blueprints to the Titanic, I believe. Okay, let's make our way out of here. But like I was saying earlier, it does the sanity system, and so when you see scary things or witness terrible things, you will start to kind of lose your sanity. The controller shakes, the screen blurs, and you see weird things that you don't want to be seeing. And this is a save spot. These are two of my saves. I will overwrite this first one because I'm not using that one anymore. But I'm playing it on the 360, and if any of you guys have tried that, you know that playing original Xbox games on the 360, if they're backward compatible, every once in a while it'll give you some trouble. Maybe some sound missing here, some graphical glitches. This one really hasn't given me any trouble though. Okay, those are all locked. I don't know if y'all can hear, there's still a big shootout. Uh-oh. What do we have here? There's a book or something. No, it's just a light. Well, what's your story? Okay. Okay, I think he's injured. The hole in his chest, the blood on the carpet, indicates injury. I'm just putting my detective skills to work if you can't tell. Okay. Nothing much more going on in there, I guess. What else? Hey, hey! Okay, this guy with the dog collar. I think he's dead. A lot of a lot of dead people in this room. This must be the dead person room. I know my house has one. And if you can see the screen kind of blurring there, that's because I'm seeing my character is seeing this horrific stuff, and he's kind of starting to lose it. Poisoning. So all these cult members apparently are offing themselves. And I just picked up a diary. Something tells me it's not going to be a bunch of stuff about cute high school boys. Okay. Here's one that's still alive. And they all have shaved heads, so must be a cult thing. Ugh! Well, that guy's dead. What do we have here? Okay, I've picked up an inventory item. Exciting. I bet... I'm trying to remember. I think that is for the room downstairs. Let's go check it out. And you're not really going to see a lot of the the real creepiness that this game kind of offers. It's an incredibly creepy game and dark, and not dark like...
The key doesn't fit.
Let's try to use this.
It's
Key
unlocked.
doesn't fit. Hey, that must have been where the key went.
I don't understand. I mean, all of these photos. All of them.
Can you see this this room?
Why would they want me here?
It's full of pictures of you, or your character,
Screwball with a grudge, maybe. Think.
and it's
Gotta think.
what you kind of, or at least what I've kind of started to piece together is that the members of this cult, for some reason, and I haven't figured it out yet, you're a big deal to them. You're kind of like this coming savior to them, or it's just supposed to be prophesied that you're going to be their leader or something like that. But as you can see here, there's a bunch of pictures of you, and they've got your schedule that you do every day.
Another key.
There's another key.
Door across the hall.
But it really is a really, like I was saying before, it's a really creepy game. It's not like an over-the-top scare
It's
fest,
unlocked.
and it's not a big, silly action shooter like Resident Evil has unfortunately devolved into. But it's got a lot of moments that really kind of make you feel uneasy, which I think is kind of the best thing a horror game can do. Let's see, what do we have here?
It appears to be a private study area. The drawer holds an
Okay.
ancient manuscript. The symbols on the front seem to be written in classical Greek. There are definitely some
Uh-oh.
strange sounds coming from.
There's a mirror, I think, but don't really remember what I'm supposed to do with it, if anything. Oh, here we go. Now I remember.
Not sound
Nope. Some guy screaming out in pain in a basement. Never sounds good. Oh, shoot.
good. Well, that's just swell.
Well, I didn't want to go that way anyway. And here's something you guys can't tell, but the controller is really shaking right now. Because I'm seeing, these terrible things, and I'm kind of going crazy. That guy's dead. There's a lot of that going around. Oop. Okay, there's some bad stuff going down in this house.
Medical charts on the human anatomy.
Okay, this must be a classroom.
Scrubbing up.
The guy actually says some pretty funny things, and I don't think they're supposed to be funny. Well, that's what happens when you try to climb out of there. Just dead people everywhere.
Seems like these cabinets are used for storing chemicals and medical equipment.
Okay, yeah, I remember this.
This tunnel feels like it's gonna collapse at any moment.
Uh-oh. Oh, good. Looks like there's body parts. Yep, lungs, heart, whatever that other thing was. Let's see, can you interrogate this guy?
What the hell is all this?
Yeah, this is This is gross.
Ah, it's too hot to pick up. Oh shit.
Uh-oh. What'd I do? Oh, I'm sorry, man.
At least he's out of his misery.
I think I killed him. Okay, let's go down here. Whoop.
It's too hot to touch. I think it's being used.
Okay. Okay, yeah, this looks like a spaceship. This all seems really weird, but if you read some of H.P. Lovecraft stuff,
It looks like something's been removed from it.
it'll still seem weird, but it'll oddly make sense, I guess. Okay. There's no power. Forget what I'm supposed to be doing here.
It looks like something's been removed from it.
Okay, I gotta find whatever goes there.
It's too hot to touch. I think it's being used as a power source for the machine. It's too hot to touch. I think it's being used as a power
Okay.
source for the machine.
Guess I gotta find...
I've never seen equipment like this before. The crystal's still warm.
Oh, hey. Alright, cool. But if any of you guys are into, survival horror, and, you don't mind puzzles and stuff, kind of classic survival horror, if you have the ability to play, original Xbox games, I recommend this game. It's really good. It really is a good game. And it's got all the, creepy horror that you might want. And it's really original too. There's like, yeah, I've never, I never played another game that was like this. I wish it would have sold better, so maybe we could have seen some more of it. But apparently I just opened some sort of a portal here, and I'm... Oh, good. Looks like I'm releasing monsters. And this probably is what causes your character to go insane. Wow, that's bright. Yeah, see, the only thing bad about it is not in widescreen. That'd be great. But I guess you can't have everything. But after, after that sequence, your character, of course, goes crazy. And then you spend some time in an insane asylum.
6 years since I entered that strange house in Boston.
And then you get back to work, and
Just 5
you probably won't see it in this video, but you go to the place, this town called Innsmouth, which is also made famous by Lovecraft. It's this place he created for his stories. And there's some really dark stuff going on in there, and you start to unravel the mystery. And it's a lot of sneaking around. It's kind of a half stealth, half horror game in a first-person perspective. I wouldn't call it a first-person shooter though, because I don't recall having even got to shoot anything yet. I know you do eventually, because I picked up bullets.
They committed me to Arkham Asylum, where I was diagnosed with
But the Arkham Asylum is pretty cool. Most people are going to associate that with the Batman, but the people that wrote the Batman comics, they got Arkham Asylum from these stories. That was Lovecraft. He developed that.
So much of my time was spent in travel.
Oh,
I maintain the
and
fanatical
there's just an awful lot of story to it. It's more story driven
witch cults
than
and dark legends,
than
often in
most of
languages
most
unfamiliar
any
to our
other
own.
first-person shooter
They
game.
reawakened 5 months ago.
And
Exactly
as
60
of
years after
this
that
recording,
colossal lost them.
by the
No
time you
trace
watch
is
it,
left of what had been a
Resident Evil
city
6 will have
that's
already
now
been out.
ghost.
But
I was
I
myself
just
again,
I
or
was
at least
planning on
what I
buying it,
believed myself to be.
and
Returned
I
to normal life
downloaded the demo.
did promise us.
And man, it's disappointing. It's
Reason
just
being, my
felt
dreams
like it
have
was
been
trying to
plagued by
be
cosmic
Gears of War,
landscapes, and I've become
but
fearful
it
of my
it
own
couldn't do it. There's
location.
just way too much
I'm
running and
beginning to
shooting and
remember things
cover.
from that day, more than
And
6 years
kind of the
passed.
point is that's not what I want out of a Resident Evil game. I want survival horror. I don't want an action shooter. That's why I appreciate games like this, Call of Cthulhu. Even though it's an older title, I can still get what I want in a video game,
I'll
which is,
take that kind of
you
job.
gotta pay attention to what you're doing. You have to be careful,
Um,
and it's
hold on.
incredibly scary too. But here, you're just, well, you're smoking right now. But you're about to get called away to your assignment. And I would have skipped all that, but you can't. So you're just gonna have to watch that.
What
But
exactly do you want from me, Mr. Anderson?
there's this guy from Innsmouth who is gone missing, and you go there to try to figure it out. Try to find him. But there's some pretty, you know,
Innsmouth? I've
pretty
never
evil
heard
stuff
of it.
going on there with the whole cult that you just saw. The cult of Dagon, they call themselves, and they all want you dead.
Hold on there a minute. I didn't agree to take
But
this.
there's even some.
I'll be here all day.
They're cannibalistic. They kill each other, eat each other, keep their body parts in different parts of their houses. It's just really dark, twisted stuff, but it's a really good story. Really good mystery that kind of unfolds. Okay, and let's exit here. Try to get back to a little bit of gameplay before we wrap this up. The worst thing about this game is that loading can take an incredibly long time, especially when you first start the game up and before you played anything. It loaded forever, and I thought there was something wrong with it, and I looked it up, and it's just the way the game was. But for the time when it came out, it was pretty graphically intensive, so that loading times were not quick like they are now. But here we are in Innsmouth, and you go by.
It's almost there. I'll drop you at the town square eventually.
Why lock the gates?
Keeps out wanderers looking for work. We don't want those folks like that interfering with our affairs.
Is the bus from Arkham always this empty?
Aye, and we prefers it that way. Not many come
But what about trade?
Okay, so what you find once you get to this town, which this driver's about to drop you off, everyone here hates you. Like, there's no friendly people here at all, except this one woman that I found. She kind of tries to help you figure out what's going on. Everyone else is just a big jerk face. But here we're getting into town right now, and that's the hotel right there that you stay in. And probably won't have time to see it, but there's some pretty twisted stuff hidden in there that you uncover later. And of course, that's when they try to kill you. And you spend an awful lot of time running away from him. It kind of takes up a lot more time than I wish it did. Kind of running from people and trying to be stealthy. But you can talk to people.
The First National Grocery Store? I hear they have a shop in town.
I like his eyes.
Oh, well, you see, I'm looking for a young lad called Brian Burnham. I'm a friend of the family. He worked in the store.
Don't know who you're talking about, fella.
So it's impossible to get information from anybody in this store,
No place fast.
in this store, in this town. And you know that, like, right when you get here, you know there's something evil going on because look at this wallpaper. You see that? Sad. Good, decent people would not let their wallpaper do that. But this is a hotel you stay in, and I could go chat with this guy, but that would be boring for you guys. But there he is. As you can tell, he's a stand-up individual. Can't get through that door yet, but if you get into that door, that's when things get freaky. But I don't have time to show you that, guys. That I probably should have started this video later on in the game, but there's very long stretches where you're just kind of crawling around, and you got to be stealthy and stay away from people, and that's where you got to get inside there, and you have to sneak in like this. Took me a while to figure this out, because it's a, it's an older game, and if you play a lot of older games, a lot of them don't really always clue you in exactly to what you're supposed to be doing. But if you hide behind here and wait for that guy to pass by, see if I can do it. It's been a while since I played this part. But you need to stay back here so he can't see you. Okay, there he goes. So we go this way.
It's unlocked.
Okay, that's just telling me if I see scratch marks on the floor like that, then it indicates that I can push something. And in this case, I'm pushing this against the door because that guy's going to try to come get me in a minute. There. And this is the store where the guy I'm looking for, this is where he was, this is where he worked, and now he's missing, so you're just trying to, again, piece together the mystery.
There's a bottle of bootleg rum and a wooden handle.
Okay, see, that guy's coming. So you gotta...
Looks like I need some sort of lifting handle to get it open.
So you gotta use this to open the door. It's kind of like the old Resident Evils. You gotta find items, put it together, and this guy's gonna come try to get me. And that happens. And you fall to, probably should have been your death, but of course, you're Jack Walters, PI. You can take that. So that jerk just leaves you down there, shuts the door. And you can get some more health. See if I can show you the health system. Well, okay. Well, this is you, and if you needed health items, you could see it shows it on you, like scratches, broken bones, things like that. It's pretty cool.
It looks like a diary. It's gotta have some clues.
But let me see if I can, nope. I'm trying to remember where I'm supposed to go. Maybe, nope. Oh yeah, you push this. Yeah. There you go. It's all coming back to me now. I did not mean to just quote Celine Dion. I'm sorry. But here's a room where they develop photos, which if you played the game and you paid attention to things, that would be of some significance. Ammo picks up. Ammo picks up? Is that what I said? Yeah. I know how to talk. See, I get ammo, but I haven't gotten a gun yet. I've been picking ammo up this whole game, and I don't have a gun.
General notices. They're all dated 1840. General notices. They're all dated.
Looks like an old printing press. See. Ugh.
Holy sh!
Let's go investigate this lady.
Ah, from the stench in here, this noose broad must have kicked it a few months back.
This noosed broad. I love how he talks. Very old school. Okay, I guess that's all that's in here. And I could just keep playing this. You keep coming across crap like that. A lot of creepy stuff, a lot of scary things. It's a really well done survival horror game, and you know, it's one that I hope that survival horror games would kind of get back to and lay off the action. We've got, and this guy's gonna come talk to me, but we've got action games. We don't need our horror games going that way. But I'll wrap this up here before this guy comes and starts chatting it up with me.
Hello, Jack.
Well, he beat me to it. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you can play original Xbox games and you like survival horror games, really do seek this game out. Call of Cthulhu, Dark Corners of the Earth. It's an excellent game. It's got a great story, and it's super creepy. But I do thank you guys for watching. Check back tomorrow for another video, or go back and see the ones we've already loaded up. And check out the website, BagoGames.com. Appreciate you guys. Have a good week.
Your boy's